Right, we were using Little Thief.
Yeah, Little Thief.
Alright, so what do we have? You have a missing knife. We can see that
I'm deeply impressed, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
A fireplace, huh? So Val's officers have them too.
I wanted to reference the thing up top. I didn't care about the fireplace. Hey, look, all these coupon boxes. So, Babel is really into pushing their tourism industry, huh? But of course, have some coupons.
Yes, it would appear that way.
You know, I'd really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we take one after this case? Can you afford 1K, or are you just gonna steal a place on the plane?
Do you already have a destination in mind?
It better be Babel, otherwise you're gonna make the ambassador sad. Well, ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training. Zhang Fa, then, or whatever.
Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jammin' Ninja TV show.
Hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth.
Can't believe she took me seriously.
I can.
It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
So the fan fell and got burnt to a crisp. Even though the metal bit is... the middle part's normally metal?
Yeah.
Oh! I've seen a few of these before. They spin around and around and play music.
What?
They do?
What?
They play music?
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
I mean, nowadays, I'm sure there's fans out there that have Bluetooth music connection.
Probably.
Yeah, that's it.
But they're nothing alike.
I'm sure they could be. They're totally alike. They spin those babies right around like a record.
Oh my god. I spin you right round, baby. Right round. Oh my god, it's a reference that song. That's good, actually. That's a sneaky one. I'm gonna get...
And now we're getting copyright because of your amazing singing voice.
I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. But I was saying, that was actually kudos. That's really smart writing. Good joke.
Hey, it looks like one of those Babelese knives are already missing before the fire began.
So it would seem. Especially since the other two knives handles were burned away.
The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. And Babel's national treasury was stolen. Poor Babel, don't you think?
I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes.
I'm on fire!
Fire! His grandfather clock was apparently in a different position before the fire. According to the staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually.
Yeah. Which means that most likely was moved by someone during the fire.
Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now. I don't hear any chiming. Huh? That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanisms or something. Or somebody did it themselves when they moved it and stashed something in it.
Ooh. About the Palomino, may we take a look inside that clock?
Sure, go right on ahead. If you want to take these coupons, that is.
That's fine. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the inside of this clock and take these coupons from me.
Of course you make Gumshoe do it.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. Oh,
yeah, I gotta make them useful somehow.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. It looks like it's the length of wire. This is what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was the long length of wire doing inside this clock in the first place?
What's with this series and hiding things in clocks?
Yeah.
Something was hidden in the Thinker clock, and something's hidden in this clock.
Yeah, I don't know why clocks are so speaky with this kind of thing.
Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? It sounds like it wasn't Mr. Paulino that put the wire in there.
And perhaps it was Mr. Cochin's killer who did it.
Or Mr. Cochin himself. Or one of the 3 Yatagarasus.
3? Oh.
I mean, yeah, there's 3. I consider there 3 simply because I did that Spider-Man meme of there being 3 Yatagarasus.
Yeah, fair enough.
Of course, only one of them's real, and she's in this room with us.
These must have been the large green flames Master Palomino saw.
With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in.
Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out?
Yeah, the fire died out or something by that time.
Then this fire here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor. And so the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in Babal, I suppose.
It caused a stir in Babal? When did the Yatagarasu cause a stir in here? Is that, are you talking about the murder?
Could be.
I guess Mr. Paulino was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh?
Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time.
I mean, technically speaking, she'd be the second. The murderer would be the first.
No one other than the person who you were chasing, of course.
I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Kojin's killer.
That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came into this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here.
I really hope it's just not one of those, I'm running. Oh shit, there's a guy stabbing, keeps running, and just jumps out the window.
That would be kind of weird and funny.
I mean, it would work that he's just in such a rush and Kojin was trapped in here. And he just gets killed just because he's in the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay then, maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in? But then, what did the person set on fire to make the green flames?
Well, whatever it is, that person burned. It made a rather sizable fire.
And since the fire's green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean.
Yes, and I do believe that what you're thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same color as the green flames?
I think it was this piece of paper. Funny enough, that piece of paper does relate to the ink, so...
Yeah, it does actually use that Propably's ink, technically.
I actually didn't realize that at first, but it's this thing.
Yeah. Take that! This silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the wit crystal oil it's burning.
Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off. I agree with you on that one, Kay. How is it that it took 5 episodes, and I'm talking about episodes of the whole series, for me to notice her eyes are green?
Yes! You never noticed that?
I don't tend to pay attention to eye color most of the time, actually. Eyes kind of terrify me if they're looking at me too much.
Yeah, but these are anime eyes. I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by the wit crystal oil.
Which means Kay's eyes are imbued with wit crystal oil.
Furthermore, we know that there's only one other thing made from wit crystal oil.
Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Paolino was mistaken about, right?
Yes, precisely. As we found out earlier in our investigation, the ink. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir?
Do you ever get anything, Gumshoe?
Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand.
Look, I still have the headcanon that he personally fully understands anything Mastodon Mask related and is like on top of it, but nobody else believes him.
Yeah, probably.
Because it sounds so improbable. But because Rhonda Light's involved, it's actually all accurate.
Yeah, that would actually be...
He's just crazy like that.
That would be kind of funny, yeah. This is a thing made from witch crystal that Ambassador Patin was mistaken about.
This knife!
No, it is the ink.
Is it the Steel Samurai? No, the Samurai Dog.
I wish. Take that! Propably's ink is made from witch crystal oil. Ooh, so it should burn the same color as the flames of the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Propably's ink.
Because we found the ink Mr. Kojin used on his desk, right?
Yes, however, we know that Mr. Kojin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames.
Oh, the counterfeit money.
Yup, fake money.
Oh yeah! I begin to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth!
It would appear that I finally found it. The smuggling's real goal. And the Propably's ink is the source of the green flames. The counterfeit money. Take that! What would consume that great of amount of volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Shengfa.
I would have to assume with their weird counterfeit stuff, they're putting it with other money.
Yeah.
Like real money. Because if they are, it'd be pretty easy to see if a batch is like fake because it would burn green.
But then you'd also have to actually burn real money to test it. Would you risk that?
Well, I mean, if you have to burn $1,000 to prevent 10 million fake dollars coming in, wouldn't you do it? It's the government.
That is true.
You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Kojin who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe you could even go so far to say that he stole Babal's printing press.
You need special plates for that, come on.
Ambassador, Mr. Kojin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct?
Apparently he knew how to change the printing plates. Oh, yes. And I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed.
Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well.
Oh my god! Can you not for a coupon? Yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we?
Oh, you probably have. It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Kojin and concealed his crime.
I assure you, I'm merely incompetent.
Very much so. But they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence.
Fun. Oh, that's not the end. Goody. Alright, let's look at this.
You can see the Alabaster Embassy through this window.
Yes. So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? Really? We're doing this
I
again?
think I've already said this.
It's probably a very comfy
It
chair.
appears the desk is large and chained from before the fire.
Yeah, it just got a little burnt, that's all.
It's a very fine desk. I'm sure that even now it's still usable. Perhaps I'll take it home to my own offices.
I don't think that would work in Edgeworth's office. It wouldn't be clean enough. Oh my god, if it's that great, why don't you trade your desk with it?
No.
It was just a suggestion. You didn't have to get all monosyllabic on me, you know.
No.
I have never said that word.
What's that behind the chair? There was something on the ground behind the chair. You see that?
Oh, the white outline?
Yeah.
The white outline is where it is.
Ah, right.
Like, look at the clock.
Right.
The white is where it is. The yellow outline's where it was. Why are some of these saying we haven't investigated?
I have no idea. Can we piece something
Like,
together?
this is the chair. Do we have anything? Oh,
Nah, these will not work together, I think.
yeah.
We use something else.
So, by this time, the Primiduck statues had already been swapped, right?
They must have been, as this one is covered in soot.
Well, lousy timing, and just as the two countries were about to become friends again, too. It would have been better if I had stolen it than for it to be caught up in that fire.
Okay, I think I understand your sentiment.
However, if you were to engage in theft, I can't look the other way, right?
If you could please stop stealing my lines.
I gotta steal something around here.
She's a damn pretty good fee for doing that, I guess. But what's with those weird bills over there? That's not bills, those documents. But we
We already looked at that.
The safe hasn't been opened wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, in fact, it is safe's fire resistance. The smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasures within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. Detective, you took part in the initial Propably investigation, correct? Yup, sure did. I also helped put out both fires, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First I tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea, cause it wasn't used.
You're not supposed to use an elevator when fire's happening.
If I'd remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp.
Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in the case of fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. That should be common sense. Who wants to be trapped in a metal box when there's a fire raging?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Oh.
Maybe someone wrote in a fit of panic?
Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Babylonis embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at that person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatagarasu was spotted in Alabast. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic. Hold it! So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babal? Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat.
Well, did they see Gumshoe by chance? He's a suspicious person wearing a long coat.
Yeah, true. That's not enough to make a positive ID, you know.
What color was the long coat? Was it green?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more.
A person in a long coat? Sounds like the exact same person I saw.
Yatagarasu that appeared in Alabast was proven to be just a fabrication. A shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babal is also suspect.
You can't be serious! Not when we're this close to capturing the fake! I mean, Callisto, you!
So the Yatagarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Cochin, then disappeared.
Indeed.
By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu? I did, but, well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got kinda lost. I was separated from the other staff members I was with, and was lost for a while there.
Of course.
Hold it! You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were to guard, Detective. I'll be shooting that from now on, sir! Well, you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kate's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering around in the 3rd floor hallway, sir. And when I heard a scream, I headed towards it right away.
Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Cochin's body.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could.
And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did.
That is kind of weird.
I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her, yeah. Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door. Ah.
Fascinating.
Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You do well to learn from her. Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? He's done everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. I thought I should ask Ambassador Palomino about it.
There's something that bothers me. Huh.
Ambassador Palomino, there's something I'd like to ask you about.
Like, there's a secret passage between these two rooms, like in the other one.
Yeah.
She could have came in here, killed the guy, went through the fireplace, and then came out the other room to capture Kay.
Yeah.
She's now a possible suspect.
Technically, yeah.
So that's one of 4 people, I guess. Yes.
About this office, it appears to be very similar to Ambassador Albert's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock.
Ah, that's right. You've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. 2 embassies actually used to be 1.
Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that.
Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical.
Ah.
Which means there is a secret passage.
Yes.
So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we worked out to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo op with the German ninja? Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taking the ambassador's office, right?
Yet another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit. With Alabaster, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots.
Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Would you like some coupons?
And now we need to connect 2 things. The fireplace.
Which would be connected fireplace and bilateral symmetry.
Yes.
I think. Should be.
The Alabastian and Babbly sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
A secret passageway?
In Alabaster, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
A revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house.
Wow, there was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir?
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret?
There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador.
Well, you see, I'm always busy in my office doing whatever Manny says. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me.
Poor Palomino.
Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. My first thought is that it's likely the killer who used the revolving fireplace. Need to examine it more.
It looks like another fireplace though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it again?
No, Bess, I had to push the X. The X was on the far wall of the fireplace. Ugh. Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. Ugh.
Hold it.
Ah, just scared me, sir. There's something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts.
Huh? But we found an X when you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something's missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? Is it because it's not been used?
But should it have been?
I don't know.
Hold on, what's the evidence we have? I don't know why this is evidence.
We'll probably get it at some point.
Two fires broke out. I don't know.
I guess we'll just investigate it. All I see inside this fireplace is starter wood.
Huh? That's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Palomino said earlier.
What is the meaning of this contradiction? That this side is not burned.
Did he mention it when they were cleaning up? Spill Babbly's ink onto the back wall while burning files in the fireplace.
You're right.
Left ashes there.
You're right.
I missed that.
That's a contradiction. Eureka! Ambassador Palomino, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct?
Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually.
And after you did, you forgot to clean up the ashes from the fireplace, correct?
That's right, but why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? He just has a resting bitch face, that's all.
I'm sorry, I admit I'm a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it.
Let's see. Huh? Where did all the ashes go? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't really think that Ambassador Palomino is lying, do you? No, there's no reason for him to lie. I don't believe his testimony is wrong either.
You have all things to lie about. That'd be a weird one.
Yeah, it's the fireplace that has caused the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me.
You got it! I'll add in the ashes, the burnt files, and... How can you do that? Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh?
Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us.
Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right?
Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know.
There's really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do.
Could we do these things?
Probably. Yeah, that makes sense. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple.
It's not because someone cleaned them up, right?
No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Palomino said that he spilled some Propably's ink while he was burning the files, and yet there's not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere.
Well then, I don't know what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. Using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room, which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used.
Then, you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there?
Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cogent's killer, and after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route.
Ah, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down.
I honestly think it might be Sheena that
I
did
think
that.
it might be Sheena. Or at least we think it's Sheena.
My god.
If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room.
Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh! It was that person, sir!
Yes, Detective. Agent Sheena.
Yay!
Confetti!
It looks more and more like Sheena is the killer, isn't it?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cogent. I don't have any proof yet, although I know she is hiding something from us.
Okay then, why don't we go ask Sheena herself?
Hold it!
No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe?
Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Demaster II's note.
Okay, I'll get to that, boys, and right away.
Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall.
Right now, sir?
No, next decade. Of course now! We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we?
Go on, Gummy, you can do it!
Alright, I'm gonna do this like a real man.
Yeah, we need to test if somebody with a long coat can get through.
Here I go, through the fireplace and back.
You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective.
I think it'd be really cool.
Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn.
A coupon! That's so neat! Now I want to try going through there too! There really is a secret passageway through there. I had no idea. But there is a coupon! And somebody tried to burn it. How dare they?
It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Propably ink you spilled, Ambassador, stay on the back wall.
Okay, here I go, sir.
Hold it! Detective, I'd like you to go through there under the same conditions as the killer.
But that's all the ash and stuff.
And your point is... Now, we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right?
No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve, such as the Yatagrass's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the two weapons that made it across the border, and the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to these embassies.
Mr. Edgeworth!
A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? Can you not use logic anymore? I thought you were the one who said that's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay?
I didn't think it was, so... If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help you with that. Then, all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions. Okay? Logic is not that difficult.
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
I mean, when you figure something out, you scream, Eureka!
I suppose that is true.
Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused, like a laser, and only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us.
Gay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know? Remind me to get you a thing that gives cyclocks.
That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect. For your sake.
Yay! Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again.
Hey, Miss Edgeworth, I'm back, sir!
Why aren't you covered in ash?
Yes, I can see that. Good work, detective.
Looks like you could use the fireplace like a door, sir.
Are you alright, Gummy?
I'm okay, it's just a bit of ash and dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem has practically turned black.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of unburnt ink got on it, sir.
Damn.
I see. Thank you, detective. You did a fine job.
Does she have ink on her somewhere?
Yes, that's the most important thing we need to look for now. I even paid a cleaning bill for the trench coat.
What? Oh, no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir.
When'd you buy this one? Make it your old coat.
If it was a coat I actually cared about it, I'd get it cleaned, but, you know.
Why do you only wear that coat then?
I see. Very well then. As you wish. I think it's the exact same coat he wore it many years ago. It's just turned, dark because of him wearing it that much.
So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right?
Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact.
And that is...
I will have to explain it to you later. Right now we need to deal with the handwriting analysis. Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
The handwriting analysis of Mr. Coachman's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait in the Fiat Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena.